Thank you. Good morning. This is a very important day in the history of our community. There have been many important days in the history of Topeka, Kansas, but I think this is one of those that we'll look back and that we will understand that this was extremely important. And this may be a bit of a stretch, but there was a number of people that got together many years ago on our behalf. And they sat around in a room and they said, we need to make some changes. And I think one was Washington, one was Adams, and one was Jefferson. And they were trying to see how they could break the cycle of bondage, of suffering, and how they could bring some people together for all people. And they were struggling, how do we start this thing out? How do we phrase it in such a way that people will understand what we're trying to do and not make it complicated? And they came up with these very important words. These truths are self-evident, that all men are created equal. In other words, we might say today, this is a no-brainer because of what we see with the suffering that occurs in this country and what occurs in our own community with poverty. With people who are suffering every day, and we've heard some statistics here about the numbers and the importance of people and the challenges that we have in our community with people getting access to affordable health care. We see them every day, whether they're homeless or they're in a homeless shelter or in some of our impoverished neighborhoods. What we see is not only a challenge with finding that affordable health care, but we see the suffering that goes along with it. And we see how that contributes significantly to their whole outlook on life and their loss of hope. And so I think that these folks that are here in this room today and what's going to be coming down the road here with that ribbon cutting and what's going to be happening in the days ahead with people who are going to start having hope, they're going to start feeling better. Our community is going to be better because when we invest in people, we invest in this community. So my hat's off to Grace Med. Somebody said, well, why would you support this and why would you stand up and speak for somebody else who's trying to get money when you're trying to get money all the time? And I just conclude with this. This is not competition. We're on the same team. Thanks for being on the team, Dave. Thanks for inviting me to be here. Thank you all.